Coalesce, to come together or merge into a single entity or group. Coalesce into a unified front, coalesce around a common goal, coalesce into a cohesive unit, coalesce into a single entity, coalesce into a powerful force. Commensurate, corresponding in size, degree or extent, proportionate or equal in measure. Salary, commensurate with experience, benefits commensurate with the job, responsibilities, effort commensurate with the desired outcome, rewards commensurate with achievement, effort commensurate with the level of difficulty. The promotion came with a salary increase that was commensurate with her years of experience. Complement, something that completes, enhances or goes well with something else. The dessert was a perfect complement to the main course. The new furniture is a great complement to the room decor. The colors of her outfit are a beautiful complement to her complexion. The singer's voice was the perfect complement to the band's music. The wine served with the meal was a delightful complement to the flavors. Conscientious, a person who is diligent, thorough, and takes their responsibilities seriously. Conscientious approach, conscientious effort, conscientious care, conscientious employee, conscientious attention to detail. John is a conscientious student who always studies diligently and prepares well for exams. Corroborate, to confirm, support, or give evidence for the truth or accuracy of something. The forensic evidence will help to corroborate the suspect's alibi. The data from multiple sources corroborates the theory of climate change. The photos taken by the bystanders corroborate the details of the accident. The findings of the study are corroborated by previous research in the field. Culpable, deserving blame or censure, guilty or responsible for a wrongdoing. Culpable negligence, culpable conduct, culpable actions, culpable party, culpable involvement. The suspect was found culpable for the theft based on the evidence presented in court. Cacophony, a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds that are not pleasing to the ear. Cacophony of voices, cacophony of traffic, cacophony of instruments, cacophony of arguments, cacophony of sirens. The city streets were filled with a cacophony of honking horns, screeching brakes, and shouting pedestrians. Captivating, holding the attention or interest of someone in an intense or enchanting manner. Captivating beauty, captivating performance, captivating story, captivating smile, captivating charm. The captivating melody of the piano piece left the audience spellbound. Charismatic, exercising a compelling charm or attractiveness that inspires devotion and admiration in others. Charismatic leader, charismatic personality, charismatic presence, charismatic speaker, charismatic aura. The charismatic actor captivated the audience with his magnetic stage presence. Colloquial, relating to informal or everyday language typically used in ordinary conversation rather than formal writing or speech. Colloquial expression, colloquial language, colloquial term, colloquial speech, colloquial phrase. Gonna is a colloquial term for going to. Complacent, willing to please others or to comply with their requests or wishes. Complacent attitude, complacent behavior, complacent nature, complacent disposition, complacent response. He was always complacent and willing to go along with whatever his friends suggested. Conducive, making a particular situation or outcome likely or favorable. Conducive environment, conducive atmosphere, conducive factors, conducive conditions, conducive circumstances. The peaceful and quiet setting of the library is conducive to studying. Contrite, feeling or expressing remorse or penitence, affected by guilt. Contrite apology, contrite heart, contrite confession, contrite remorse, contrite spirit. The thief was contrite and sincerely apologized for his actions. Cumbersome, difficult to handle or manage due to size, weight or complexity, burdensome. Cumbersome task, cumbersome equipment, cumbersome paperwork, cumbersome process, cumbersome burden. The new software had a cumbersome interface that made it challenging for users to navigate and complete their tasks efficiently. Curate, to select, organize and present items typically in an exhibition or collection as a curator. Curate an art gallery, curate a museum exhibit, curate a music playlist, curate a fashion show, curate a photography collection. Sarah was hired to curate a special exhibition showcasing the works of emerging contemporary artists. Capitulate, to surrender, give up, resistance or yield to an opponent or demand. Capitulate under pressure, capitulate to the enemy's demands, capitulate in negotiations, capitulate in defeat, capitulate to authority. After hours of negotiation, the rebel group was forced to capitulate and lay down their weapons. Collusion, secret or illegal cooperation or conspiracy, especially for deceitful or fraudulent purposes. Alleged collusion, engage in collusion, accused of collusion, investigation into collusion, suspicions of collusion. The investigation uncovered evidence of collusion between the politicians and the organized crime syndicate. Compendium, a concise collection or compilation of information often presented in the form of a book or document. A compendium of world history. The compendium provides a comprehensive overview of the subject. A medical compendium of common diseases. The compendium includes various recipes for cooking enthusiasts. The professor handed out a compendium of articles and research papers to the students for their reference in the course. Consternation, a feeling of anxiety, shock or confusion often caused by something unexpected or unsettling. The news of his sudden resignation caused consternation among his colleagues. The sudden cancellation of the concert without any explanation led to consternation among the disappointed fans who had been eagerly waiting for the event. Coterie, a small group of people with shared interests or tastes, especially one that is exclusive of other people. Exclusive coterie, select coterie, inner coterie, elite coterie, tight-knit coterie. An exclusive coterie of influential individuals gathered for the private event. Crystallize, to form or become definite, clear or fixed. Crystallize a theory, crystallize a concept, crystallize an idea, crystallize a plan, crystallize a vision. After extensive research and experimentation, the scientist was able to crystallize a groundbreaking theory that revolutionized the field of physics. Circumvent, to find a way around or avoid something, especially by cleverness or deceit. Circumvent the rules, circumvent the law, circumvent the system, circumvent the obstacles, circumvent the regulations. The company tried to circumvent paying taxes by using offshore accounts. Cerebral, relating to or involving the intellect or the brain. Cerebral activity, cerebral approach, cerebral stimulation, cerebral function, cerebral development. The professor delivered a highly cerebral lecture on quantum mechanics. Compliment, a nice or flattering remark or comment. She received a compliment on her beautiful singing voice. Connoisseur, a person who has expert knowledge or discernment in a particular field, especially in matters of art, food or wine. Wine connoisseur, art connoisseur, coffee connoisseur, cheese connoisseur, fashion connoisseur. He was known as a connoisseur of classical music with an extensive collection of rare recordings. Consolation, comfort or solace provided to someone in a time of sadness, disappointment or loss. Words of consolation, seek consolation, offer consolation, find consolation, provide consolation. After the team's loss, the coach offered words of consolation to the disappointed players. Credence, belief or acceptance of something as true or valid. Give credence, to place credence in, grant credence, withhold credence, lack of credence. She gave credence to the rumors circulating about the company's financial troubles. Criterion, a standard or principle used to judge or evaluate something. Selection criteria, evaluation criteria, admission criteria, performance criteria, qualification criteria. The main criterion for the scholarship is academic excellence. Curmudgeon, a bad-tempered, grumpy or irritable person, typically an old one. Grumpy curmudgeon, cantankerous curmudgeon, old curmudgeon, cranky curmudgeon, crotchety curmudgeon. The old man down the street is known as the neighborhood curmudgeon. Chagrin, a feeling of annoyance, disappointment or embarrassment. Sense of chagrin, overcome with chagrin, expressing chagrin, masking chagrin, swallowing one's chagrin. She couldn't hide her chagrin when she realized she had forgotten her keys. Clairvoyant, having the ability to see or perceive things that are beyond normal human senses or knowledge. Gifted clairvoyant, psychic clairvoyant, uncanny clairvoyant abilities, seeking clairvoyant guidance, contacting a clairvoyant medium. The clairvoyant predicted the outcome of the game with astonishing accuracy. Commiserate, to express sympathy or sorrow for someone's suffering or misfortune. Commiserate with, commiserate over, commiserate on, commiserate deeply, commiserate together. I went to commiserate with my friend who had just lost their job. Conflagration, a large and destructive fire that spreads rapidly. Engulfed in conflagration, raging conflagration, devastating conflagration, uncontrolled conflagration, fierce conflagration. The forest was consumed by a massive conflagration, leaving devastation in its wake. Consummate, to complete or perfect something, typically with great skill or proficiency. Consummate professional, consummate musician, consummate craftsmanship, consummate mastery, consummate performance. She is a consummate chef, known for her impeccable culinary skills and attention to detail. Convivial, friendly, jovial and enjoyable in the company of others. Convivial atmosphere, convivial gathering, convivial conversation, convivial party, convivial restaurant. The dinner party was a convivial affair with laughter, good food and lively conversations filling the room. Covetous, having or showing a strong desire for something that belongs to someone else. Covetous eyes, covetous thoughts, covetous behavior, covetous glances, covetous longing. She couldn't help but feel covetous when she saw her neighbor's new sports car parked in the driveway. Crescendo, a gradual increase in intensity, volume or force of something, especially in music. Reaching a crescendo, building to a crescendo. The music soared in a crescendo, the symphony's crescendo. The tension grew to a crescendo as the orchestra played. The music built to a crescendo, filling the concert hall with a powerful and emotional sound. Celestial, relating to the sky, the heavens or outer space. Celestial bodies, celestial navigation, celestial events, celestial sphere, celestial bodies in motion. The astronomer used a powerful telescope to study celestial bodies such as stars, planets and galaxies. Choleric, easily angered or irritable. Choleric temperament, choleric outburst, choleric disposition, choleric personality, choleric reaction. His choleric nature often led to heated arguments and conflicts with others. Confluence, the act or process of merging or flowing together. Confluence of rivers, confluence of ideas, confluence of cultures, confluence of events, confluence of interests. The confluence of the two rivers created a stunning natural landscape. Contentious, inclined to argue or disagree, causing or likely to cause disagreement or controversy. Contentious debate, contentious issue, contentious relationship, contentious decision, contentious atmosphere. The contentious debate over the new policy lasted for hours, with both sides presenting strong arguments. Copiousness, the state or quality of being copious or abundant in quantity. Copiousness of information, copiousness of resources, copiousness of details, copiousness of options, copiousness of rainfall. The copiousness of information available on the internet can sometimes be overwhelming. Corporeal, relating to the physical body, tangible, material. Corporeal form, corporeal existence, corporeal world, corporeal sensations, corporeal presence. Cosmopolitan, familiar with and at ease in many different countries and cultures, having a worldwide perspective. Cosmopolitan city, cosmopolitan lifestyle, cosmopolitan outlook, cosmopolitan atmosphere, cosmopolitan cuisine. As a travel writer, she led a cosmopolitan life, jetting off to various destinations and immersing herself in different cultures. Culpability, the state of being responsible for a fault or wrongdoing, deserving blame or censure. Legal culpability, personal culpability, moral culpability, shared culpability, vicarious culpability. The investigation revealed his culpability in the financial fraud leading to his arrest and subsequent trial. Curtail, to cut short, reduce or limit something. Curtail expenses, curtail freedom, curtail access, curtail activities, curtail rights. The company had to curtail its operations due to the financial crisis. Capitulation, the act of surrendering or giving in to an opponent or a difficult situation. Capitulation of the enemy, capitulation in negotiations, capitulation to demands, capitulation under pressure, capitulation of power. After a long battle, the defeated army finally reached a point of capitulation and surrendered to their opponents. Chastise, to criticize or reprimand someone severely for their actions. Chastise a child for misbehaving, chastise a student for poor academic performance, chastise an employee for negligence, chastise someone for their disrespectful behavior, chastise a friend for breaking a promise. She chastised a child for misbehaving during the class. Composure, calmness and self-control in a stressful or challenging situation. Maintain composure during a difficult conversation. Show composure under pressure. Keep one's composure in a crisis. Lose composure and burst into tears. Regain composure after a moment of frustration. Despite the tense situation, she managed to maintain composure during the negotiation. Contravene, to violate or act against a rule, law or principle. Contravene regulations, contravene guidelines, contravene a code of conduct, contravene ethical standards, contravene a treaty. The company's actions contravene regulations set by the Environmental Protection Agency. Credulous, easily deceived or inclined to believe something without sufficient evidence. Credulous individual, credulous behavior, credulous acceptance, credulous nature, credulous attitude. The scam artist took advantage of the credulous elderly woman and convinced her to hand over her life savings. Cynosure, a person or thing that is the center of attention or admiration. Cynosure of the crowd, cynosure of the event, cynosure of the industry, cynosure of the media, cynosure of the fashion world. The famous actress became the cynosure of the red carpet, drawing all eyes with her stunning gown. Churlish, rude, ill-mannered or surly in behavior. Churlish remark, churlish behavior, churlish attitude, churlish response, churlish gesture. Despite his churlish demeanor, she remained polite and maintained her composure. Clarion, clear and loud, often referring to a sound or voice. Clarion call, clarion tone, clarion voice, clarion announcement, clarion declaration. The clarion voice of the trumpet echoed through the hall, signaling the start of the performance. Catharsis, the process of releasing or purging strong emotions or tensions, typically through some form of art therapy or emotional expression. Catharsis through art, emotional catharsis, cathartic experience, catharsis of grief, catharsis through writing. Writing in her journal provided a catharsis for her pent-up emotions and helped her find clarity. Complacency, a feeling of satisfaction, contentment or self-satisfaction, often accompanied by unawareness of potential dangers or deficiencies. Sense of complacency, complacency in success, overcoming complacency, false sense of complacency, complacency in the face of challenges. His complacency prevented him from taking necessary actions to improve his skills, leading to stagnation in his career. Crystalline, clear and transparent like crystal, having a precise and well-defined structure or form. crystalline water, crystalline structure, crystalline clarity, crystalline beauty, crystalline purity. The diamond had a stunning sparkle due to its flawless crystalline structure. Capacious, having a lot of space or room, spacious or roomy. Capacious storage, capacious living room, capacious backpack, capacious wardrobe, capacious vehicle. The capacious auditorium could accommodate thousands of people for the concert. Compunction, a feeling of guilt or moral unease about doing something wrong or causing harm to others. Showed no compunction, feel compunction for his actions, speak without compunction, overcome with compunction, regret without compunction. Despite his initial excitement, he felt a sudden compunction before cheating on the test and decided not to go through with it. Connotation, the emotional or cultural associations and meanings that are attached to a word beyond its literal definition. Negative connotation, positive connotation, neutral connotation, connotation of wealth, connotation of power. The word snake often carries a negative connotation symbolizing deceit or danger. Construe, to interpret or understand the meaning of something, especially in a particular way. Construe a statement, construe a gesture, construe a text, construe an action, construe a situation. The judge had to carefully construe the defendant's ambiguous statement to determine its true intention. Cacophonous, having an unpleasant or harsh sound. Cacophonous noise, cacophonous music, cacophonous laughter, cacophonous argument, cacophonous street. The cacophonous honking of cars during rush hour created a chaotic atmosphere in the city. Consensus, general agreement or harmony among a group of people. Reach a consensus, consensus decision, consensus opinion, consensus building, consensus approach. After a lengthy discussion, the committee was able to reach a consensus on the best course of action. Contingent, dependent on or conditioned by something else, a group of people forming a part of a larger group or organization. Contingent upon, contingent liability, contingent workforce, contingent plan, contingent expenses. The success of the project was contingent upon securing additional funding from external sources. Cosmology, the branch of astronomy that deals with the study of the origin, structure, evolution, and eventual fate of the universe. Cosmology of the early universe, modern cosmology theories, cosmology and astrophysics, observational cosmology, theoretical cosmology. Professor Smith is an expert in cosmology and has published several groundbreaking papers on the Big Bang theory. Tsarist, relating to or characteristic of the Russian Tsars or their rule. Tsarist regime, Tsarist Russia, Tsarist policies, Tsarist government, Tsarist autocracy. The revolution aimed to overthrow the oppressive Tsarist regime and establish a more democratic system. Coercion, the act of using force or threats to make someone do something against their will. Coercion tactics, coercion methods, coercion strategies, coercion techniques. Coercion exerted, the kidnapper resorted to coercion to make the victim reveal the location of the hidden treasure. Consequential, important or significant, resulting in a consequence or outcome. Consequential impact, consequential decision, consequential event, consequential outcome, consequential effect. The team's victory in the championship game had a consequential impact on their future prospects. Categorical, relating to or arranged by categories, absolute or unqualified. Categorical statement, categorical imperative, categorical distinction, categorical denial, categorical assertion. The politician made a categorical statement denying any involvement in the scandal. Converge, to come together from different directions and meet at a common point. Converge at a point, converge towards a goal, converge in agreement, converge for a meeting, converge on a solution. The paths of the hikers will converge at the summit of the mountain. Covered, not openly acknowledged or displayed, secret or hidden. Covert operation, covert surveillance, covert mission, covert investigation, covert activities. The spy entered the enemy's territory under a covert identity to gather intelligence. Cynicism, an inclination to believe that people are motivated purely by self-interest, skepticism or pessimism. Cynicism towards politics, cynicism about human nature, cynicism towards authority, cynicism towards love, cynicism towards religion. After experiencing several disappointments, he developed a deep cynicism towards relationships.